Feel like a typhoon to the rain. Live in the streets where the money's hunted by drainages. If it's aimless, ain't a single thing that can change it. I'm changing it. Get your dollar straight and circulate, then gang with it. Aim for your partner pocket and pop. That's dangerous. If you ain't with it, you throwing off the vibe, and I don't got time for that. It's all about the vibe. All that I got time for. I ain't got the rules, stack with me. Don't come through with bad energy. You ain't with the vibe. Don't waste my time.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Come on. Hey.
He finds his man complete. That's Cannon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. 4 yards the pickup. First down. The Seahawks at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, it's Walker, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. You talk about this Rams defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Rams, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Catch is made by Metcalf. And touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
From the 33, here's a 2nd and 8. Bennett will look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Bennett looking to throw. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You talk about this Seahawk defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you've got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
That is caught. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. I'll tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To throw, here's Willis. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Willis. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Here's Willis. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Bennett fakes a handoff, now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bennett completes this quickly. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Looking to throw here, Bennett. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. To throw is Bennett. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have a look at it, 3rd and 10. In motion left is Hopkins. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Off the play fake, it's Bennett. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Ochinowosu drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check, Panther.
Walker with another carry. Room here to run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent read. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
70 Timberwolves.
In motion right, that's Metcalf. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Bennett. Into the hands of Henry. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Bennett now. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. With the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Sticking to the aerial attack, here's Bennett. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Throwing here on 3rd, Bennett. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this 1st half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. We'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Willis. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
3rd down, it's Willis. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready up. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Willis looking to throw on first down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Rams are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Bennett now to throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
The kick by Lutz is good.
And that'll bring them back within 4.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Cannon now elects to bring this out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And let me tell you, that wasn't as easy as it looked. Dancing away and moving forward for 6 yards.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, Bennett. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he maneuvers his way down at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Akers again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Cam Akers, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Let's go now.
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Willis looks to pass it here. And that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Back to throw, Willis.
Throwing left sideline complete. It's Cannon. A very solid gain of 27.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Again, Walker.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Ken Walker, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we're running here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, and if you do, you're taking on some responsibility, but he was happy to do so there.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Hey!
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Willis got to have this one.
Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Giving 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about
5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Bennett.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
The kick by Lutz is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
19 Lions.
First and 10, it's Willis.
Escaping the pressure right.
Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
And he's got this down to the 35.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To the air on first down, here's Willis.
Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Cannon. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and a PAT for the lead.
Willis is going to throw once more.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
Just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be out right at the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now 2nd and 9. Going right back to Akers.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
72 yards rushing for Akers, and this is a 1st down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now a give. Akers running left.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
2nd and 6 coming up. To throw is Bennett. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
No tougher place to be in a spot like this than Seattle. Here's 3rd down. On the counter, this is Akers.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Too far for a field goal. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Bennett. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Rams 1st down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's across for a touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
It's a run with Akers.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Come on.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Deputy Ranger.
Here's Willis.
He's going to let it fly.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked up by John Johnson. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
First down at the 45-yard line.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Los Angeles, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do.
And max feel splurging. Living proof what you can have, keep working, okay? People let it talk, they say whatever. Opinions change just like the weather. I got a question for whoever. Who do it better? Who do it better? Who do it better?
This the king of crunk, sometimes they call me Lucifer. Talk about you do this and that, ain't none of that new to us. Acting like that you pop off, no damn well that you grew to us. Been in my own lane, carry you
shoes, I'm picking the slack now. Spend most of my days thinking if I would ever live inside the background. Now I pull strings, they out to get me another day, another man down. I'm picking my shoes, I'm picking the litter, I'm pushing the limit, I'm picking the slack now.
The glitters ain't gold, look around where we roam through. In the land of the broken, it's a lot we was prone to. Quicker sand was engulfing, but intact with my soul. Been dispatched, I'm evolving, searching for solitude. While most fold, I'm comic composed. Stop the politicking with no, they voters is froze. I'm off the hit with the 50s, I can't be product and system. I pray to God, no, he listen, won't seal my fate with some kisses. Nah, cause we ain't got time to keep off our toes. The type of